Welcome to the Everybody Just Calm Down the podcast. I'm your boy Poe Theory.
And I'm Danielle.
Yes. And we are here to review Real Housewives of Orange County, season 19, episode 5. Season 19 for a reality show is crazy.
Oh, absolutely. Well, they are the originators.
They are the originators. They are.
I think they need to revamp.
No, you think so?
Well, I'm only saying that because out of all of the Housewives franchise, OC has been the franchise that I've watched the least. So I know like the core people, but this new wave of women, they're like just okay. Like they almost seem like they don't really mesh well together. But again, that's coming from a person who doesn't have all 19 seasons under their belt of watching.
Fair. I would say I'm similar in that way, but I think I will say this: if Tamra's gone, I don't know what they'll do. Like they need Tamra to start the mess because
that's a wicked lady.
She's the worst. Tamra's the worst.
Nasty, wicked lady.
She is. But anywho, let's get into the episode. So we opened up with Gina's housewarming. We get to see Gina's new house. Now I know you say you haven't really been into OC like that. Gina's kind of like the I don't want to say it like this, but it's just the only other way you can. It's the only way you can really say it, in that she was like the poor one of the crew.
I could see that though. And not saying poor, but she's definitely not nearly as wealthy as the other ladies.
Exactly.
You can tell
right. But at the same time, we do know like Gina has been through a lot on the show. DUIs, divorces, restraining orders, and all that great stuff. And just to see her build her life back in a way that she has. It's pretty admirable. So I will always give credit where credit is due. And
you can see that she's genuinely trying to be a better person. Even with the other women in their mess, she still wants it to work out in the friendship group. It seems genuine compared to the other birds. It seems genuine.
I would say that she is probably the most consistent on the show, like in terms of just not being too messy,
right?
If it makes sense.
But having her own mess, she doesn't need to be involved in any other stuff because she has her own pile of stuff that she's working with.
Exactly.
Got it.
And so the ladies are there. Jen starts to recount the story with Gina about the whole sit down with Tamra, and basically how Tamra said that she was obsessed with her. And then Gina lets her know that Tamra was showing a former, I hate they kept calling it a former fatty photo. I was like, come on, find another way to say it.
That was like the word of the night. Former fatty photo. Like, first of all, she wasn't that big. So
at all.
Like
big for a white woman. I guess big for a white woman in OC. White woman
in OC, that may be big. But if that's the case, then you might as well, then that means Emily is a damn elephant.
Oof! Please watch yourself, because Emily, last season she just starts crying over everything. Emily's literally, I would say behind Tamra, I probably like Emily. I don't like Emily.
She seems like a little weenie, and I feel like she's just too large to just keep crying.
No, it's not that she's a weenie for me. She is more, to me, she has like certain characteristics of Tamra. She's a little hypocritical in my opinion. But all the ladies are there, except for Shannon and Tamra. Tamra arrives and it gets really awkward. Tamra says she can't eat because of what Teddi is going through. Let me say this. Nothing bothers me more than when someone takes what someone else is going through
and
pits them through themselves and make them you don't have cancer, my G. And don't get me wrong. God forbid if any of my closest friends or family members got cancer, yes, it would affect me, but not to the point that you can't mention New Orleans and I lose my ish. Like, stop it, my G.
Well, that too, because again, my thing is also too about that and how hypocritical she really is. Because if you're that broken up that you can't even eat, how did you get out of bed to go to a housewarming event?
Girl, I don't know what it is, and I'm trying not to be like a what do they call it? A pessimist, but I just feel like it's her way of like not being held accountable. Like, oh my God, we can't be too hard on Tamara because she's going through it. But she's not going through anything. She's not going through anything. Teddy's going through it.
But didn't we just have this conversation on a personal tip about trying to protrude your negative energy onto everyone else? This is exactly what she's doing.
You think so?
Yes.
Because I don't think that's the same thing.
No, there are some similarities.
You have to be specific. People don't know what we're talking about.
I'm okay, and so in specifics to that, where you just said, just being a pessimist. Mm-hmm. She doesn't have a positive thing to say. If someone says something positive, she spins it automatically to become negative.
Right.
And then to go on to say Teddi is going through something that was super traumatic. Whether she's bestie or not with her, again, that doesn't warrant you to not sleep and eat over this, but still be going out at the same time. Like, I can't really take that serious.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's not the same thing.
Yes.
Because to me, it's more so, I'm seeing it from a more so of a narcissist viewpoint. How you're literally taking someone that has cancer and making it about yourself. That's how I see it.
Okay, like, you can't. No, that's a fair point.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, but Teddi, she just going through all this stuff and yada yada yada. It's like, girl, you just want some attention. You want the heat off of you, and you want some attention. Like, girl, go away. So of course the girls separate. It's Jen, Heather, Emily, and Shannon outside, and they start discussing. Oh, and sorry, Shannon shows up, and I didn't feel like Shannon was giving a lackluster response. Just to kind of give you, when Shannon entered the home and said it was a nice house, I didn't feel like it was lackluster, but just to kind of give you.
Gina was offended by that, though.
Yeah, she was.
I didn't understand.
But that's what I'm saying. I didn't feel like it was lackluster.
Okay.
But one of the things that I will say is that I want to say Shannon and Heather are probably the only women on the show that was born into wealth. Like, Shannon was literally a 90210 girl.
Right.
Went to Beverly Hills High School, grew up with a lot of wealth, which is why
you can see her struggles as an adult. She's not well.
Yeah. But you can even see it even more with, well, this is like seasons ago, but when Shannon first came onto the show, Heather had a major issue with Shannon because Shannon came in with money, and Heather was supposed to be the one with the money, and she didn't like that. She was a major hater. But the girls are outside and they're discussing the photo, and I must say, in my opinion, I think Heather played it really well when Tamara first showed her that photo. She said, well, yeah, she looks really good. Like, she looks different. Right. But good for her. Like, she would not get in the mud with Tamara.
Because Tamara wanted her to be like, no, look how different she looks. Like, tell me specifically what you see that looks different.
Right. I would say from that episode, Heather threw shade at Tamara. She was like, if anyone in the group that you want to be like, you would think you would pick someone with more stuff, like more appealing things, i.e. me. I said, ooh, okay, Heather. But it feels like Jen wants Heather to kind of put Tamara on an island. Like, I want you to be mad at Tamara in the same way that I'm mad at Tamara. And I want you to hold Tamara accountable. A little part of me, okay, this is where I get misogynistic. I've said this before, when it comes to reality shows, ensemble shows that are comprised of women. Women like to move in packs, in my opinion, when it comes to like, no, if I'm not cool with her, you can't be cool with her.
Oh, absolutely.
And no, like, you can't, she's wrong, and I need you to say she's wrong, and I need you to say she's wrong because you are my friend, and yada, yada, yada. And in my opinion, it's like kind of like Jen, like, you can stand on your own and like stand 10 toes down. You don't need anyone to validate how you feel about this person because it's very clear what this person has done. Every single person on this show has experienced Tamara in the same way that you're experiencing
Absolutely.
her. So it's like, I don't really think you need Heather to say it. But then on the flip side, taking it off of misogyny, maybe she values Heather's opinion.
Right. And
yeah,
I think she values her opinion. And then also the relationship that Heather has with Tamara. Maybe wanting that to shift, like, hey, listen, this lady has, to your point, has put every last person through the ringer on this show or there in life. You have to see this. You're such a cool person. Why can't you just disassociate yourself with this particular one and all will be well?
Right. No, fair. But then we jump to the other group, and Tamra is basically recounting the story about, recounting the conversation she had with Jen. And of course, she plays the victim and completely mischaracterizes the conversation and basically says, like, she just started calling me names and things like that. What I loved about Gretchen being at the table is that had Gretchen not said anything, you would have never gotten more of the story. Everybody would just allow her to say that Jen just came out of the blue and just started dragging her out of nowhere. And I love when Gretchen was like, but didn't you say that she was like a single white female? And then, she starts stuttering. Well, I mean,
yeah.
Like, I love, like,
Gretchen, welcome back, girl.
Hello.
Welcome back. Because that's a new face. Now, if you want to say somebody looks different, now that's a new face.
She looks good, though.
She looks great. Money well spent. She looks great. But what I'm saying is, welcome back, Gretchen, because she is not playing with Tamra at all. And she's not. She's not playing with her. She's like, no, I'm sticking to your level.
There's a point that I want to make. Hopefully, I think I put it in my notes. But yeah, I think I did put it in my notes, but it's later in the episode. But I love how, like I said, Gretchen held Tamra accountable and basically said, it's sad that you don't learn your lessons. And she gets up and like calls her delusional. And Tamra's like, oh, what am I? Oh. Looking all crazy.
I need to come outside and be with y'all because I can't sit in there with her. She's sick.
This is where I put my note. I knew it was coming up. Now, what annoyed me to no limits, to the highest of mountains of annoyance, when Emily said to Gretchen, you should apologize and, be the bigger person to Tamra. Mm-hmm. You can't negotiate with terrorists.
No.
What bothers me so bad about that is because everyone has experienced how nasty and hypocritical and shisty Tamra can be, right? Yeah, everyone's experienced that with her. Mm-hmm. And so the reason that Tamra is not being as aggressive this year is because people are not just letting it go. They're not just forgiving her. Mm-hmm. And she is forced to learn her lesson. The moment that you forgive her, she's back to her own tricks. And so, like, this whole thing of like, well, and then they try to make Gretchen look like the bad guy because she refuses to apologize.
Yeah.
I ain't like that. Like, no, I'm not going to be the bigger person. Don't put it on me. Force her to grow.
Right.
Force her to grow. She's the problem, not me.
She's the problem. Like, it's one of those things where, well, that's how she is.
Yeah. No. Oh, girl. And this is how I am.
No.
And this is how I am. I don't apologize to terrorists. I'm not giving her an inch because she's going to take advantage of that.
And always will.
Right. So then Gina grabs all these boxes and gives them to the girls. And she basically does this elaborate announcement that she's taking the girls to New Orleans. All of a sudden, here we go again. Just really emotional because Teddi, the last time I was in New Orleans with Teddi and she fell down the stairs. Girl!
I was trying to figure out, I was like, did I miss something? Why did that lady mention that?
Because she's so emotional. Because she has cancer.
I didn't like that because I was trying to piece together, and as I was watching, I was Googling, like, did they film it? Like, what would in her right mind make her bring this up?
Do you remember on Married to Medicine when Dr. Jackie and Heavenly got mad at Simone because they were booking a trip where Curtis got caught cheating on Dr. Jackie?
Yes, and in South Carolina or something like that. Yes, like, why would you want to bring him back there? What? He the one that cheated? What that got to do with the trip that I planned?
So I can't go to that whole town because he cheated there?
And so
you can't ever go there. The whole town. That's what I'm saying. Like, what? Girl, goodbye. Oh, I'm so sorry. And then this is the other part that pissed me off. This is the other part that pissed me off. Gina saying that Tamra is not an emotional person, so it must be really bad. Have you not seen the show? Tamra is always yelling and screaming. I think I'm gonna shoot her some bail, and maybe because when she says emotion, a lot of people don't understand that anger is an emotion.
That's an emotion.
I think maybe she was just trying to say because she's crying and sad that's why it's so shocking. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just the way her delivery came out at this point. But that lady is always screaming.
Yes. And
Therapy
that
my
was the end
ass.
of that. Say that again.
I said therapy my ass because she was talking about spiritual journey, all this. Just stop, girl. Just stop.
Oh, 100%.
I
100%.
don't believe it at all.
Me neither. And so then we move on to a quick little scene with the different kids and stuff. We see Tamra with her daughter talking about her music. Then we move on to Emily being emotional about her kid possibly having autism. One of the things that I will say, I really appreciate how Shane is handling this whole situation. For me, I'm not sure. I can't remember in the scene, but were the kids around when she was crying like that?
No, they weren't. No, they weren't there. They weren't there. Weren't they in the car talking? You're talking about when they were in the car talking about it?
No, when they're in the kitchen.
Oh, when they're in the kitchen. I didn't know the kids were not there. No.
Yeah, because it's like, girl.
My thing is about them and their relationship in particular. I don't know how long they've been married. And I see a little like
his family's really wealthy.
Well,
but go ahead.
I will say that this little tension between them that's starting as something a little small it's a little seed now because it's just planted and they're still trying to figure things out with their son.
This is them. Every season is like that's the energy that they give. It was odd to me when she first got on, but this is just them. But go ahead.
They have and again, there's no rules to marriage at all. They really
right.
But they just have a very interesting dynamic, and especially the communication level. And for one thing, I will say, when the kids are involved, arguing about your kids is the same as arguing about your finances, right? Because those are just two things y'all may agree to disagree. But when it comes to a point where now there's health issues going on, like the demeanor of them and talking about their sickly child didn't sit well with me.
I actually feel like I was here for Shane when he said, you keep saying like as a mother, he's my child too.
But that's kind of like they're on two different scales on parenting with a big issue. That's what I'm saying.
No, I agree, but I agree with how Shane handles it.
Yeah, but that's what me too. I'm
because it's like
she's not letting him. Emily is not letting him again feel how he wants to feel about their son's situation. She's going to tears immediately every single time she's talked about this, about the child and about the eating and all the things.
Which is not helpful.
Which is not helpful. And he's like, well, and to his point, I'm in the house too. I'm seeing the same things, but let's just shoot him some bell. Give him a little grace. He doesn't do that every day, like he said. He doesn't do those things every day. So let's just relax. So that's what I'm saying. It's a weird thing going on. I feel like
and I think that's a really great point, Danielle, because there's also too there's another component here that we haven't said. It's on camera.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Right.
Yeah, like this is on camera. So you are making declarations about what possibly could be your son's future. And this will always be on camera. So it's like Shane is really trying to make it a point to say, we don't know what we don't know yet.
Right. He's trying to protect.
Put it out there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, then we move on to Gina going over to Shannon's house. Shannon lets us know that she is okay with being alone. I do not believe it. That lady cannot handle being alone.
I don't believe it either.
They start discussing the photos with Tamra. Shannon makes a really good point. Something that we've already said was that Shannon essentially says that there's a lot of hypocrisy there, and that she wouldn't like it if it was done to her, and she can dish it but can't take it. Now, let me be the first to tell you, Tamra is probably now that Lisa Rinna's gone, Tamra might be my least favorite housewife of all housewives, simply because I don't like a person that is so nasty and can't and when you give it back to them, they're such a victim, or they at least recount and they recount a whole bunch of different stuff that never happened in the story. Was like, it's like, how did this happen? But sometimes I can never get too frustrated with Tamra, simply because the girls don't come at her the way they need to come at her, because
every
put a
time
sister on that show.
Every time that she is supposed to be held accountable for something, when she breaks down into her victim stage, her tears for some reason trump everything.
And I think it's because she comes up, she's always angry and yelling at them. So when she gets emotional, it was like, oh my God, it must really mean something because she's emotional. It's like, no, she's playing you, dummy.
She's a sociopath.
Right.
Like, are you serious?
Like, she's playing you.
She really, and she's honestly really good at it, and she's been doing it for so long. Would you stop doing something
Yeah.
that you've been getting away with, something for years? Would you stop it? No.
No, facts. Facts. No, I agree. We find out that Gina's fiance, Travis, his ex-wife, has been keeping their son, his son, away from them because they've moved in together and all this stuff, and he hasn't seen him in 3 weeks, and that the kid hasn't been in school and stuff like that. This ex-wife, is on another level. Like, she's been causing issues for as long as they've been together. It's crazy.
Which is what, to her point, as to why she said that she doesn't even want to marry him, really, because if she marries him, it'll only get worse.
That's so weird to me.
I didn't understand that. And I was like, well, because if she's already doing this, first of all, this ex-wife is a walking DYFS case. Let's be real. She's a walking Child Protective Services. They're coming to the door right now. A child that hasn't been in school for 3 weeks straight, that's like an emergency. So that's number one. Somebody's lying, or she already has a case pending, period. I don't care what state she lives in. Number two, I don't see how this situation with the ex-wife is affecting you guys' relationship and moving forward to where you guys need to be, because obviously you guys love each other, you're back together. What's the point? How are you letting her dictate your life from across the room?
She'd be in court. That's all I gotta say. She would be in court, and we would figure it out. And every time that she was in contempt of the agreement, she's going to jail at this point.
Literally. And I would do that on purpose, just to be one of those people like, listen, now we're together. He's actually part my kid as well. I would literally be taking that lady to court just off of GP.
Oh, 100%. And I think the other piece to this as well is that I'm very curious to know the conversation between Gina and what's his name? Travis? Yeah, Travis. Gina and Travis. Right? It's Travis, right? Yeah, Travis.
That's her band, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very curious to know the inner workings between Gina and Travis, because I'm curious if she's telling him, especially with all the stuff that she's been through with her ex-husband.
Yes.
Is she telling him, this is what you need to do, and he doesn't want to do it because, he doesn't want to rock the boat? Because at that point, that's when you got to tell him, you got to go. You're going to do these things to make our relationship work and have all our kids together, or you got to go, because you're giving her too much power. Basically. At this point.
Basically.
Crazy.
Nasty.
And so then we move on to the women preparing to leave for New Orleans. The ladies arrive in New Orleans, but they arrive in shifts. For it to be the Four Seasons, those rooms were extremely basic. I was gagged by how basic those rooms were.
So in my note, I said, what Four Seasons is this? Memo to self, never stay at Four Seasons in NOLA. Because
girl,
all y'all had was a little bit of chocolate and a little bit of Vouv. That's it.
Girl, was it a switcheroo? Did they have the outside of the Four Seasons, but then they was like at a Red Roof Inn? Like, what was going on?
Red Roof. That was a Howard Johnson. I don't know what that was.
Girl.
I was scared. I didn't like that.
Now, let me be the first to tell you, and I'm real mad that they didn't give us a full outline of this, because I feel like if it were Beverly Hills, we would have been able to see the full look. Gina's blue outfit was everything.
She looks really good. And she doesn't
so
give me anything.
Good.
She hasn't given me anything, but she looks really good.
Oh, she won't. But that was everything. I was like, okay, Gina.
She came to work in NOLA. I appreciate it.
Hello.
She did.
Exactly. I will say the ladies are real slow when they on that boat, and did not know that was the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River is like the biggest, longest river.
Why did they say bayou?
Like, because they in New Orleans. The NOLA Bayou.
I mean, like, girl, I get why Bayou and New Orleans would go together, because that's the only place where it's at. But why would you mention that? And then it was the guy that was sitting right there and was like, well, it's a river.
Right. The girls are just real slow. Emily says, again, more reasons why I can't stand Emily. Emily says that Jen told her that Shannon doesn't want her to be cool with Tamra, and Emily basically says that goes against everything that she's trying to do, because she wants everyone to be cool. And it's like, stop. Okay, if you know this person has done such horrible things to me, and then you are trying to get me to be cool with them, it's extremely selfish from your point of view, because you just want to keep the peace so you can feel comfortable, and you don't care about my feelings at all. If you want me to be cool with somebody and interact with someone that, one, has not shown any remorse or have been honest about what they actually did to me, and two, it's not about you. I'll do it in my own time. I'm fine. I can be cordial with this person and not say nothing to them and say hello, hi, all that great stuff and keep it moving. It's you that has the issue. Why you keep trying to push this, sis?
That's what's bothering me. So, and again, what does Tamra have on you, girl?
I don't know. I always say this. I feel like when the girls don't have a storyline, that's when they always want to be the glue, try to get everybody to get cool to each other. That's how they be. That's their storyline for the year.
And we know how the glue works.
Mm-hmm.
It don't.
Oh God.
It don't. It don't.
But I'm here for Gretchen because Gretchen says I'm all for forgiveness, but she has to take some accountability, and she has yet to do that. I said, I know that's right, Gretch. Now the other ladies arrive, and it seems like when they're at the baggage claim that Jen and Tamara are getting along, and it seems like really cute and calm. But I love how Jen came right back in that confessional, and it echoes exactly what I had said earlier. Is that she said when Tamara is being nice, it's great, but you just know in the back of your mind, the moment that you give her that inch, she's coming for you. And back. It's very true.
She's back.
She doesn't attack people. Tamara does not attack people that are currently angry at her. Tamara works.
Oh.
Wait, you're working?
Hey, sweetie.
I was going to.
Oh, girl.
Oh, my God.
You told me you wanted the 11th off.
Surprise.
I did at first, but then I was like, wait, I'm going to be back. So I was like, I guess I can do it. But maybe I thought I had followed over to, and I was like, oh, okay.
No, you did not, girl.
Well, about this all day.
Uh-oh. Whoops. Hello.
Well, hello, girl.
Hey.
Well, but just to let you know, we started at 7. We're at the end of the episode, girl.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll just bounce back out.
Crazy.
Not a special guest. I was like, right. When I saw somebody coming, I was like, who the fuck hijacked?
Right. Where was I at? Oh yeah, I was saying that basically that Tamara isn't good when she's on guard and know you coming for her.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
But when you're, trying to be nice to her, that's when she attacks. Basically.
I don't know why they didn't send nobody to help them from baggage claim. Jen act like she never did a suitcase in her life, but also Jen is me.
Right.
Jen is me. So.
So then when the ladies all get back to their hotel, Gina goes to visit Tamara, and Tamara is apprehensive about going to the dinner. And of course she's apprehensive because she knows that the girls are not feeling her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, duh. And then we get to I will say this. I loved Gretchen's look. Loved her
San
look.
Diego?
Honey. And then you got Tamara, Miss No Style, trying to talk about it's from Shein. You're such a hater. You are such a hater.
$15 gets you. I was like, girl, Tamara, what are you wearing, girl? What are you always wearing? Because the makeup is always runny.
Girl, how about you worry about getting those liver spots to match? And then also, yuck at Shannon's hoo-ha. Like, don't nobody want to see that.
So, first of all, not only do we not want to see that, so this is what bothered me so bad. First of all, you were in sequence, girl. I know that was shredding your coochie up on the top. I know she has scars on it. I've actually worn a sequin short mini and tried to go bare. I was cut the up. I know that cut her
right.
up. That was nasty. I didn't like it.
So as the girls get to the dinner, Jen lets us know that Ryan, her ex, got into it. And even though she knows Ryan meant well, she feels like there will be a setback, which I'm sure, because he was basically checking her ex-husband and like, yo, where the coin is at? Like, what's going on? Because, Ryan is basically taking care of a lot of stuff as they are about to be his future stepchildren. Gina lets us know that Travis' ex-wife was calling her kids and harassing them. I don't understand how stuff like that continues. Like, I just don't understand it.
You got one time to play with me and to play with my
No, you don't have one time. Well, you don't have one time. Well, that was your time. Well, that was it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was the time.
You tried to play, and then it's all bets are off. I would have destroyed that lady.
Yeah. That in that moment, because when people like you got one time, it's like no, that was it.
Yeah, that was the one.
I'm coming for you. Yeah, I'm coming for you. There's no like we're gonna have a talk. Like, girl, that's that weird.
Twice.
Yeah.
No.
Like that was crazy to me. Now, of course, the girls, they start talking about sex and whether or not they've done a sex tape. I will say probably the funniest moment of this scene, it was like when Shannon was like, well, of course, Katie's done a sex tape. She likes to record.
When she said that,
okay.
because the girls weren't expecting her to say that. And then the cameraman, phenomenal job. He went straight to her. Her face was like, yeah, you couldn't get yourself out of that. I just gagged a little bit at that, and that was a really funny moment. The dinner in itself was funny. And I would say from the time that, was it Gretchen or was it Gina that ordered the turtle and pissed Tamra off? Gina that
ordered the turtle.
That pissed Tamra off. That actually got me really excited. And then, honestly, Heather... Honestly, I enjoy Heather so much. I think Heather, if I were a middle-aged white woman, I'd probably be Heather.
Heather gives me... I could never work... Heather gives me, like, neurotic woman that... Yeah, I can't work for Heather. I can't deal with Heather like that.
That's like she get like, honestly, if I could put myself, Heather is definitely a favorite of mine. I enjoy it a lot. I think she's really funny.
Oh yeah,
in a quirky way.
Okay. Well, anywho, guys, it is time for our favorite part of the episode, and that is
everybody just calm down.
Girl, just calm down. So I'm going to say who needs to calm down would be Emily for me. I don't like how she continues to try to push the crew to forgive Tamra. Tamra doesn't deserve any level of forgiveness unless she shows that she can actually change and be better. And then also too, I feel like Emily is trying to shoot her so much bail because she's going through this thing with Teddi when she's not going through anything. Her friend is going through it. And she's owning this thing a little too hard for no reason. Well, not for no reason, but it was just a little too much. But yeah, Emily for me.
No, that's fair. The person who I think needs to calm down, this may be a little shocking to you, is going to be Shannon.
Okay.
I actually, and it's not because of anything she did, like anything she said in particular. It was her freeballing at her big old age, going to a dinner. That really bothered me. And then when she lifted it up and patted it, I was like, huh? I very distasteful. I didn't think it was funny at all. Just very nasty. And like I said, I actually feel bad for the coochie because, again, scratched up. So I think you need to calm down. And honestly, you just have too much money for you not to have on the proper undergarments with that attire. So Shannon, get some undies and calm down. Sorry about it.
Well, there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review of Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 19, Episode 5. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and tell us who you think needs to calm down. And again, peace.
Bye, guys.